So today I am doing a walk from my home to Drumnadrochit, and then I'm camping, wild camping, somewhere after Abriachan. I live not too far from a place called Blackfold, which, if you're familiar, oh my gosh, it's really muddy here. If you're familiar with the Great Glen Way, then you may well know Blackfold. So I'm 2 miles from Blackfold at home. It's a bit of a hill to get there, and then I'm walking to past Abriachan, while camping somewhere in the morning, have breakfast, walk into Drumnadrochit, then I'm getting the Ember bus for £2, woohoo, into Inverness, and then I'm walking from Inverness along the Great Glen Way back home. The Great Glen Way, there's evidence I am actually on it. So you've got the high route and the low route. I was going to take the high route, and I've done the high route before. I've been to there before, running. I was going to do the high route today and camp at the top, but it's really windy. I don't think I'm camping at the top. I need to camp in the Abriachan forest. And the first bit of this trail is Abriachan forest path, goes up that little brae. Inverness, 18 kilometres. Abriachan is that way, and Drumnadrochit 9 kilometres. It's on the low route, but it's a bit of a hill up there. Look at that sunshine, you can see my shadow, and I'm going to go into the shade of the trees. It's still really warm. Out of the forest and onto the open moorland. So the high route's rejoined the low route. The low route's the original path. The high route, I think it just takes in a trig point. Loch Ness. Hi Nessie! Hey! I've set the tent up. Yay! And Tiger's already in bed, ready. It's not the best of spots, but it is grassy, and I managed to get it onto that tiny little bit of grass. I'm quite pleased about that. So, about to head out of the forest, and that's Abriachan Castle over there in the distance, and Drumnadrochit is not far away now. There's the Jacobite boat going to Abriachan Castle with its paying passengers who will do a little tour of Abriachan Castle, which is nothing more than just a ruin, to be honest. You can hear the road, but the castle quite a number of years ago now did an amazing new film. So you sit in this auditorium and you watch this film all about the battle at Abriachan Castle and etc, etc. And then the curtains draw back automatically, and then you get this amazing view over Loch Ness, Abriachan Castle. Oh my god, just that opening of the curtain was so dramatic. It was just so impressive. It's something that has stayed with me for a very long time, that memory. So we are at the end of the countryside, because now we have to walk along the A82 on the path. This is the west part of this section, and then we'll be in Drumnadrochit in not very long now. I think if my memory serves me correctly, that's the Quilty River running through Drumnadrochit. And we're now heading into the centre of Drum. This is the original part of Drum. It's extended over the years, so it's become quite elongated now, but this is what's known locally as the Green. And in the summer, lunchtime, that green will be packed with people having their lunch. So this is the Green in Drumnadrochit. And there's a few people here already. And this is where I'm going to get my bus from into Inverness. Can we see Nessie? Where's Nessie? Drumnadrochit Bridge, and this is where you can get the Jacobite cruise to take you along Loch Ness from. That way, sort of home, but I'm going over there. If you ever fancy doing park run in Inverness, this is where they do it. I've also found this is a really good place to do intervals. There's a few hills in it, but otherwise there's a nice few flat stretches. It's really good for running, doing interval training. Just come here from work at lunchtime sometimes and do some intervals, because it's sort of a gravelly track, quite nice. And you can run between distinct markers, as it were, so it makes it really nice. And you've got a wee little loch down here. This used to be the golf course, but then the golf course moved to the other side of the road because they built the new swing bridge in over the canal, which you just saw a few minutes ago, and that was so they had to move the golf course. So I'm not sure whether the golf course are happy about it. They weren't happy about it at first, but I think now they're very happy. It seems like it's quite a nice golf course. There's a bit of hill in it. It's quite nice. So this is my version of the Great Glen Way, not from the Inverness city centre, or Inverness Castle is where it starts. It's only because I've been that route millions of times. I really don't need to do. I'm not doing the Great Glen Way. I'm just doing my walk. So if you did my shortcut, this is where you come out. Only kid here, I think. And I've walked from that sort of big building there. Below that is, you can see where I've walked. It's right down there, all that way. So I'm 3/4 of the way. The path goes up there, all the way up above that gorse and broom up there, round through those trees in the distance, up to those trees up there. So I made it to the top of the hill, but I'm not at the top of the highest point I need to go to. Still quite a bit to go up. On the home stretch. So I stopped at Blackfold and had a little snack, some drink. Rest my shoulders. Bag's heavy. Definitely, if I'm going to do fast packing, I'm going to have to have a much lighter sack. But if I do another walk like this, I'm going to have to make it lighter. I've used everything, apart from I have taken more feed than I needed. But I have used everything, apart from my first aid kit. But I just need to get the equipment lighter, that's all. My bag's probably heavy by itself, but I just need to get the equipment lighter. So can I get a lighter thermarest? Can I take a bivvy bag instead of a tent with a tarp over maybe? Can I get a lighter sleeping bag? Do I sleep in like thermal underwear with a lighter sleeping bag rather than sleep with nothing on in a warmer sleeping bag? I wonder. If anyone's got any thoughts out there, I'd be happy to hear your thoughts on how you get things lighter. I've seen other people on YouTube, for example, running up mountains, camping overnight, multi-day, not ultra racing, just doing long runs, and they've got, little tiny rucksacks, and they put up their tent or tarp. So I know it can be done for a lot lighter, and they take a camping stove and all of that palaver as well. So I need to get my weight down. if I can get my weight down to what I would take running, because I haven't got any spare clothes with me apart from I've got a warm jacket which I did put on last night. I do have hat and gloves, didn't use them, but I wouldn't go without them. And I do have waterproofs, but I've got my race waterproofs. My race waterproofs are the lightest, smallest packable thing I could possibly find. My trekking, hiking, walking, waterproof walking jacket and trousers are not lightweight, and they don't pack up small. They would be far too heavy. So I think I did the right thing by bringing my running stuff. I knew it wasn't going to rain, but I wouldn't go out without it. This is Scotland. So I'm pretty close to home now. So that's the last of the views, which is great. That's the one advantage of when they chop the trees down. You see things that you just wouldn't normally see. So, hope you enjoyed my trip. I did.